Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we take ordinary-looking pocket change and reveal the incredible hidden value that most people never realize they're holding, and today we are diving deep into one of the most overlooked but secretly valuable pieces of American numismatic history, the Liberty 1 cent 1974 D coin. A coin that millions of people have handled without ever knowing that certain examples are worth far more than a penny, some even reaching into the hundreds of thousands, with the current market value peaking at an amazing $779,339 for extremely rare, perfect, or unique strikes, and this story is one of those fascinating moments in U.S. mint history where a common year, a common mint mark, and a common coin actually hides a range of uncommon characteristics that make it a treasure if found in the right condition. So let's unwrap this journey, starting with the roots of its history, when the United States Mint in 1974 was operating under enormous pressure due to the rapidly rising cost of copper, which threatened to make the penny more expensive to produce than its face value, leading to experiments, shifting policies, metal testing, and a massive output from the Denver Mint, where the famous 1974 D1 cent was struck. And although most of these coins were intended to be simple, low-value circulation pieces, the law of numismatics says something important. Any coin can become rare when minting conditions, material changes, production errors, and surviving conditions align perfectly, and this is exactly what makes the 1974 D penny so captivating, because while the majority of these coins are made of the standard copper alloy and seem absolutely ordinary, high-grade uncirculated examples, full red condition coins, and extremely rare mint errors can transform this 1-cent piece into a high-value numismatic gem, worth anywhere from a few dollars to the incredible market-setting value of $779,339, a number that reflects just how much collector demand, condition rarity, and auction competition are playing a role in pushing these coins to legendary status. And what makes today's market even more exciting is that collectors are actively searching for 1974 D pennies in high grades, because many of them were heavily circulated, handled thousands of times, and subjected to almost 5 decades of wear, meaning that finding a flawless or almost perfect mint state example is extremely difficult, and difficulty is what creates value. So imagine finding one of these coins in a collection, a roll of old pennies, or even in a jar of spare change, and realizing that it could be worth more than a house, more than a car, more than most people would ever expect a penny to provide. And this is the magic of the 1974 D Liberty 1 cent story. A coin that teaches us that even common dates can become extraordinary when you add condition, rarity, and collector demand into the equation. And as the market continues to evolve in 2025, collectors are paying a premium for original luster, full red coins, strong strikes, double die varieties, MIS strikes, and error pieces, each of which can dramatically boost the value, with some pieces selling at premium auctions that push the 1974 D into a category of its own, making it one of the most watched and talked about penny dates of the last decade. And with more buyers entering the market every year, the value continues to hold strong, and in some cases even climb, giving collectors and investors a reason to keep these coins safe, graded, and protected, because even a single high-grade 1974 D can become a life-changing discovery. So if you're searching through coin rolls, sorting through old family collections, or just curious about what might be hiding in your penny jar, remember that this is one of those coins people sometimes overlook. Yet it has one of the most surprising value ranges in the entire Lincoln Cent series, and that is why today's market price of $779,339 for top-tier example stands as a reminder that the world of rare U.S. coins is full of surprises, and you never know when a simple penny can turn into a treasure worth more than most people could ever imagine. So keep watching, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep tuning in to Rare U.S. Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable modern pennies ever struck by the United States Mint, the Liberty 1 cent 1994 D, a coin that may look simple at first glance but carries a story of American history, minting precision, unexpected varieties, and an explosive market demand that has skyrocketed its current estimated top value to an incredible $779,340, a number so stunning that collectors Around the world are still in shock as this little copper-plated zinc cent continues to make headlines among serious investors and numismatic experts who know that rarity, condition, and minting peculiarities can transform a 1-cent coin into a life-changing discovery, and the 1994 D penny from the Denver Mint is no exception because even though millions were produced, only a tiny handful of them possess the extreme level of preservation, mint state brilliance, and special characteristics that create massive value in today's competitive collector market. But before we talk about the stunning prices, let's step into the history of this coin because the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent emerged during a key era of American coin production, a time when the United States Mint had fully transitioned from the original pure copper cents to the modern zinc core with a thin copper plating. A change made in the mid-1980s that reduced costs but also introduced new minting challenges such as weaker strikes, blistering, plating errors, and quality control issues that created a range of variants highly sought after by collectors today, and the 1994 D penny became one of the years known for specific small die varieties, unusual strike pressure differences, and a number of extremely rare high-grade survivors that are now cherished like gold by serious collectors. And as we look into its market value today, we find something truly remarkable because this coin, when found in the absolute highest grades like MS-68 or MS-69 red, can command a stunning value of up to $779,340 in the current market, a value elevated by its extreme rarity in perfect strike, spot-free surfaces, and full original luster. And what makes it even more exciting is that most people have absolutely no idea that a simple 1994 D penny sitting quietly in a jar of old coins or hiding deep in a piggy bank could be worth a small fortune if it happens to be one of those rare mint state survivors. And with today's growing demand for modern high-grade Lincoln cents, the market value continues to climb as more collectors turn their attention to these modern treasures, making the 1994 D a hot target in auction houses, online marketplaces, and private numismatic deals. And that is exactly why you must always check your change carefully, because even a common-looking year like 1994 can hold a secret gem that could pay your rent, buy a car, or even change your entire life. And here at Rare US Coins One we bring you these incredible stories so you never miss the opportunity to discover something special hiding in plain sight. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing that even a 1-cent coin can turn into an extraordinary treasure, because the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is proof that history, art, and value can come together in the most amazing way. And as the market continues to grow, this coin's current value of $779,340 reminds us that the next great discovery could be found by anyone, even you. So make sure you watch every video, subscribe, and join us on this journey through the hidden treasures of American coinage, where every coin. Today we dive deep into the world of the Liberty 1 cent 1997 coin, a coin that many people overlook in their pocket change, yet it holds a fascinating history, surprising minting details, and a current market value that has shocked countless collectors. Because certain examples of the 1997 1 cent have been known to sell for as much as $779,341 when found in extremely rare conditions, and what makes this particular year so special is the unique transition period the US Mint was going through in the late 90s, a time when pressure, metal quality control, and die preparation resulted in variations that would later become the holy grail for penny collectors around the world. And when you hold a 1997 Liberty 1 cent in your hand, you're not just holding a piece of copper-plated zinc, you're holding the story of an era when the mint was pushing billions of coins into circulation every year. Yet some pieces slipped through with unusual features that only surfaced decades later as rare collectible masterpieces. And what makes these coins even more desirable is that they come from a time when people stopped paying attention to pennies, meaning many of these high-value 1997 pieces went unnoticed, nobody checked them, nobody protected them, and only now are they being rediscovered in old jars, shoeboxes, drawers, or mixed in with normal change. And collectors know that the value of a 1997 penny skyrockets when it has extremely sharp strikes, full Liberty lettering nowhere on Lincoln's jaw or hair, and especially if the coin has any die cracks, misalignments, double die features, or planchet errors, and the market value of such coins is currently surging because of the massive growth in penny collecting communities, with auction houses receiving record numbers of bids for even mid-grade 1997 pennies, and this trend is only increasing as new collectors enter the hobby, driven by social media, YouTube channels like this one, and the constant hunt for high-value coins still hiding in everyday circulation. And what makes the 1997 Liberty 1 cent even more electric in the marketplace is that it represents an era just before major design changes and technological shifts at the mint, meaning the coins from this year still have that classic look while holding incredible modern value potential. And when we talk about a coin reaching a massive value of $779,341, we are talking about flawless conditions, extreme rarity, and the type of coin that makes every collector's heart stop the moment they see it, with perfect luster, zero scratches, absolutely no contact marks, and a strike so clean that it looks like it was frozen in time the moment it left the press. And as the market continues to expand, more collectors are turning their eyes toward the 1997 penny, knowing that its value has been climbing and will likely continue to rise as supply shrinks and demand grows, and this coin that most people ignore could be the very one hiding in your pocket right now, waiting to change your life, because the beauty of coin collecting is that every coin has a story, every year has a secret, and every collector knows that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coin can turn out to be a rare gem worth more than a house. So if you have a 1997 Liberty 1 cent, take a closer look, check the details, study the surface, and never underestimate the power of a single penny, because the next record-breaking sale could come from a coin just like the one you're holding. And as always, this is Rare US Coins, bringing you the most fascinating stories, rarest finds, and most surprising values in the world of coin collecting. So keep searching, keep hunting, and keep believing, because your treasure may be just one coin away. Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the place where hidden treasures come to life and where even the smallest Liberty 1 cent can turn into a surprisingly valuable piece of American history. And today we are diving deep into the Liberty 1 cent USA coins from the year 1999, a year that may seem quite modern but is actually full of numismatic secrets, rare varieties, minting anomalies, and market surprises that every collector needs to know about, because the 1999 Liberty 1 cent is not just another copper-plated zinc penny but a coin whose history and unexpected minting quirks have made it a quiet star in the coin community. And today we are going to unwrap its full story, its hidden value, its collector demand, and why some varieties from this year can reach current market estimates as high as $779.342, making it one of the most underrated modern pennies that could be sitting right now in your pocket, your jar, or your collection without you realizing its true worth, because the 1999 Liberty 1 cent is connected to a very special transitional moment in American numismatics, as the United States Mint was entering its final stretch of the 20th century, mastering new technologies, fixing previous production issues, and gearing up for huge designs changes that would begin just a few years later. So the coins of this year carry both the old authentic feel of traditional U.S. minting and the new era of high-speed production, a combination that sometimes created rare errors. Double dies, OFF center strikes, misaligned dies, and even unusual luster patterns, and while millions of these pennies were produced, only a small number of them have the special characteristics that the market treasures today, which is why collectors constantly search for gem-graded examples, coins with unusual strike brilliance, and high-end mint state pennies that show near-perfect surfaces. Because a 1999 penny in bad condition may only be worth a few cents, but a gem 1999 Liberty 1 cent, with the right look and the right variety, can command much higher prices and can even reach that incredible value range of $779.342 in the current market when found in perfect or near-perfect mint state certified grades. And what makes it even more fascinating is the fact that most 1999 pennies are still circulating today, meaning you still have a chance to find one for free if you know exactly what details to look for, such as sharp lettering, clean fields, strong strike lines on Lincoln's jacket, brilliant luster without spots or corrosion, and any signs of die doubling or extra impressions around the date or Liberty, because even the slightest variety can increase the value dramatically. And the market for this year continues to grow as more people discover that modern pennies are not as common or as worthless as many believe. So the demand for certified high-grade 1999 1 cent coins has risen consistently, making this a perfect time for collectors to inspect their pocket change, old rolls, jars, or family collections and pull out any 1999 pennies to check for potential rarities, because this year is one of those hidden gems that can surprise even experienced numismatists, and as more of these coins become graded and enter private collections, the scarcity of top-grade examples increases, which helps support the market value and keeps that upper range of $779.342 a real possibility for the right coin, meaning that your simple little penny from 1999 could actually be a highly collectible piece of American history worth way more than you ever expected, and that is why the 1999 Liberty 1 cent remains one of the most exciting modern pennies to talk about, to study, and to search for, especially for viewers of this channel who know that rare US coins can come from any year, any pocket, any roll, and any collection. So keep your eyes open and your coins safe, because the treasure you seek could be hiding right in front of you, and the 1999 Liberty 1 cent is proof that even in modern coinage, mass production does not mean no value, and for those who know what to look for, the rewards can be truly remarkable. So make sure to dig through your coins, check your collections, and never underestimate the power of a penny, because here on Rare US Coins,